What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your Tuesday morning. Hope I got some of you with that little joke of not going live. Make you guys just miss me like a little bit for like 1 second, okay? So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. And I like the push-up D as it's going through. I am not going to look at my P&L on the day, but one thing that I am going to show you is I'll show you. Do you guys want to see the P&L of how much it is that I'm up or down? Or I bought it during pre-market hours. I'm not going to look at it. You guys can look at it if you want. But I'm going to look away. I'll open it up and then close it. Or should I just show you where I entered and where I, should I just show you where I purchased it? So should I just click show trades? Is that what you would like to see? And you guys don't even want a surprise. Oh, I'm a little offended. Hold on, give me 1 second. Show trades, P&L, show us Rick, don't show. If you show us, they will type it. Okay, yeah. I will click show trades and I will do it so you guys just can see it. And then I'm gonna, okay. Ready, set, go. Okay, you guys got it? So I'm not gonna try to look at it. Here we go, and then there. So if you guys really care to try to see the P&L as of what it is that I'm up or down right now, great. I had a lot of fun, and it's a type of fun and excitement that I haven't experienced in a while when it came down to trading. So that's why I want to do it again today. I think it did implement a lot of structure. I did make a mistake when it came down to my trading during pre-market hours, and I'll talk about it in today's live stream. But yeah, I had a lot of fun yesterday because it reminded me how important it is to get in after the confirmation. And although I didn't make the most money yesterday, it was very easy. And I liked that experience. And I'd rather consistently make money, feel comfortable the entire way with that aspect. So why not you guys? I saw that you guys was trying to. I'm gonna actually. Let's see. All right, so looking at /NG, I'm just gonna set an alert as I talk a little bit too much sometimes. And all right, so I did see that /NG almost nearly right after the market began to open for me, right? So market is available for me during extended hours around 5 o'clock. I saw shortly after 5 o'clock, natural gas started to show signs of an uptrend. Great, I thought that was cool. I saw that it was in between the middle and top VWAP and it was changing directions, but ultimately, natural gas is still trending down. Perfect. Here we go. I'm going to be getting filled in just a little bit. I should be. But yeah, I found that to be very attractive on natural gas, that it was trending down. It has done that from time to time where it tries to push up but ultimately gets rejected and continues to trend down. So I was betting on that pattern and that direction. I got in a little bit too early, and you know that was a little mistake of mine, but ultimately I still felt comfortable with my overall position because I understood the direction of what it was that I was investing in. Now we're again trading below the middle VWAP and the SMA line. So if this pattern and flow continues, and this is something that I'll have to follow up with. So actually I'm going to sell my position as we get closer to this general area because we are at this critical point, and this is what I mean by this. We're at this critical point where it was showing signs of an uptrend and it might still try to push up to the, like, it doesn't mean that it's going to make higher highs, but it might still try to push up to like 2.69, and I don't want to like have to continue to experience like this thing trying to push up. So as right now, it sold off great. It broke below the middle VWAP, broke below the SMA line. It can continue to downtrend, but most likely it will like try to bounce around this general area. It'll try to push back up, most likely get rejected by the middle VWAP or the SMA line, and then continue to downtrend. So there's this flow that I'm kind of like waiting for, and yeah, I would like to see kind of like how it ends up performing. So I'm gonna open up my DGAS here and see. So I have again my DGAS position here, and then I have /NG, my charting over here on this side. So I just want to see kind of how it performs. Do you look at how much money you make? No. So all day yesterday, after every time that I bought and after every time that I sold, I did not know if I actually made money. I mean, obviously when I buy at like 108 and then sell at 110, I know that I made money, but I don't know how much I made. Like, the guys tried teasing me and like, Ricky, how many shares did you buy? What was the average cents per share that you gained? And it's just like, again, I just didn't want to do the math in my head. I wanted it to be a genuine surprise. And if you guys watched yesterday's video, when I opened it up and they saw how much money I made first and then how much it is that I made, I was so happy. And it was a true surprise to me, right? So I would like to experience that again. I'm not looking at my P&L. I'm only going to focus on the patterns. And that's why if I see a break of pattern here, I'll lock in profits because it makes sense, right? Same thing when it comes down to my entry positions. If I enter and the pattern is in my favor, then of course it makes sense. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting out for. Right now we're getting some consolidation right around 2.67. There's a reason for me to sell. So I'm going to end up putting my little order right here. Let's see where we're at. I like that, right? I'm so happy that, I don't know how many of you guys tried it, and I was thinking a little bit more about it, and I was like, maybe everyone shouldn't trade without looking at their P&L, especially if you're just getting started. I'm not under the PD2 rule and stuff like that, and it's just something that I wanted to like prove to myself that I can solely trade off of patterns. And if you feel like you understand patterns well enough and are comfortable enough, then maybe it's worth a try. Make sure that because, again, you're trying something new, you ease into it. But I thought it was super cool. So I just sold my position at 109.39 and then just pushed through that resistance. Okay, it's okay. That's cool. There's a reason behind my sell. So I'm going to wait out on that. And my position size was pretty aggressive. So I'm happy that I sold there. If I choose to get back in, I'll probably get in with like 100 shares and kind of let it ride. And oh, that was another thing that I experienced. And how many of you guys, what's it called? Actually, I don't know if that was for profit or if that was for a loss. Like, I don't know if this was like, because there was, yeah, wow, this thing was pushing up. Because there was a position that I took that was like at like 109, like 80 or something like that. So I know that there was a high position, but I know that there was also one that I added at like 108 something. So I'm sure that was for profit. I don't know how much, but one of the things that I saw that I experienced yesterday was my position size. So I was doing a really good job. I saw that DGAS was, pushing up, and that's all I traded. I didn't want to scalp anything that was downtrending because I don't know, like, as something is downtrending, I'll just lock in profits right away as soon as I know I'm in the green, and that it's near resistance. It's just sketchy to me when I don't know how much money it is that I'm up or down, and to lock in profits. It's just another risk, right, to add to the plate. So what I did is I only focused on DGAS, and sometimes I would add to my position 100 shares. That's all I would have, and then it would start showing signs of an uptrend, but I didn't know where exactly I was going to sell because it was already showing signs of it being overbought. So I would just lock in profits with those 100 shares. That's about $10,000, $11,000. And it's like, I normally trade with a lot more than that, right? But I did that so consistently that like, yes, and I think that correlated on over to like my day yesterday wasn't the biggest green day I've ever had, but every single trade was like, I didn't trade with too much. It made sense, and I locked in profits, right away. And it was like smooth, and it just made a lot of sense. And I think as like you experience that, it just reminds you like how easy trading can be when you remove that monetary aspect. I swear, even like it was like a huge like, you guys probably think I'm talking about it too much, but like yeah, like it was like some like weights like lifted off of my shoulders, and it allowed me to really focus on what's important, and that's the trading and technical aspect as a technical day trader. So I'll leave it at that. All right, so looking at natural gas right now, it's still, the EMA line is still pointing down. Obviously, natural gas is still bearish, which is not in natural gas's favor. But again, we're approaching this general area where it was previously a resistance, which can act as a new support. So this thing can try to push up. I'm not going to trade UGAS. I still see UGAS as something that's downtrending. And again, I'm not looking at my P&L for the rest of the day. And I'm trying my best every time that I'm trading. I'm remembering how many shares I buy. So when it comes down to selling, I can just click sell rather than click my overall P&L and then close position, as that would be easier, but then it will show me my profit or loss. So really just trying to focus on, I'm becoming a little bit more self-sufficient with like, I'm being a little bit more selective with my position size, with my entry points, with my exit points, and I'm really comfortable with it. Is that what we should focus on, patterns only instead of how much it is that we're up or down? It's not, again, like you guys should do whatever is an ESC value in. But what I wanted to like just present is like, we've talked about it multiple times, that the amount of money that you're up or the amount of money that you're down on your position is completely irrelevant to the pattern that you're trading, right? So if it's at a resistance and the RSI is super overextended and so is the MACD, and you're only up $10 and you want to hit $50 and you hold because of you want to hit $50, that's a hold and a trade based off of hope and desire. It has nothing to do with the actual chart itself. It will get rejected and you will go from green to red. And that's a lot of mistakes that I see a lot of new traders make. So I do think it makes sense to ignore the fact of how much it is that you're up or down, because it is completely irrelevant to like what it is that you are trading. So if you focus and have a larger focus on, patterns and making sure that you're doing your part and getting in when it makes sense to you and getting out when it makes sense to you on the technical aspect or fundamental aspect, then great. Just accidentally bought UWT twice. I don't know. How do you do it twice? Wait, 5 minutes in and Ricky still hasn't streamed. Good way to start the morning. LOL. Are you talking about, Christian, the reveal yesterday when I was like, oh. I know, I did see a lot of comments saying like that was really loud. And again, it was like a genuine surprise. I do apologize. I got really excited and a little carried away. Not a lot of exciting things happen in my life. I do the same thing every day. So, I'm very blessed, but like I do the same thing literally every single day. So, just going on Jack. So you have puts on AMD. Yeah, I don't trade those. Sorry, Christian. What's going on, Billy the Kid? Matt Daughtry, Stormtrooper. The whole squad's here. I like it. Nice little push up. I think we did a good job. Rosalia, appreciate that. Thank you. What's going on, Julian? JD, I like it. CROX. Let's break it down for you, man. Okay, so really nice uptrend trading between the middle and top view up. Obviously, this makes a lot of sense. Now it's kind of just the question to ask yourself is how much more margin of profit does it have left to continue to push up? So as of right now, I could see why it is that I see a lot of value in this pattern itself. It normally bounces off the SMA line. It's beginning to trend up. Just looking at the previous times that it does this, in my honest opinion, yes, it might have like one really green day and then it begins to pull back, right? So just remind yourself that yes, it can continue to uptrend, but a pullback's bound to happen. So have that in the back of your head. So when there's any indication of a pullback, that you're quick to jump on it. So I'm really happy that you called this one out though. Thank you again for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Nice little push up on natural gas. Nice. RSI is becoming a little bit more on the overextended side. I'm going to get my entry position ready for DGAS. I'm not going to buy right now, but I'm just going to have it there. I'm looking at natural gas though. I want to see where it goes. Can you make videos examples of confirmations? I often struggle with defining what confirmation is. I do have videos about confirmation though. I do have like 3 or 4 on YouTube as well. And one of the things is like we all see confirmation in different ways. One of the things that I see confirmation as is like looking at the previous times that it's confirmed a reversal and seeing how it performed. So looking at the volume, looking at just the pattern, how it reacted to the EMA line, looking at the different indicators that you use and see if there's any sign or indication that you could identify before it makes the reversals, and then use that to identify and wait for confirmation on a following, like maybe trade and stuff like that, and slowly begin to test it out. It's all trial and error. So test it out, see if it works for you. If it does, great, and continue to refine it, because for every stock, it's going to be different. So let's check this out. The MACD is becoming a little bit more, the progression at the rate that it's going up is starting to slow down. So this is good because natural gas is then showing signs. There we go. So I want to see if I get filled. I won't get filled there. There we go. So I got filled at 108.83. So MACD on DGAS is starting to show signs of a potential, reversal. Doesn't mean that it has to. I just wanted to get some skin in the game beforehand. I'm going to set my alert again, just a little bit more structured. And then as we get closer, I don't think, oh wow, it pulled back. As we get closer to that previous resistance, I'm going to set an alert as well. So natural gas with that really nice push up. And again, just because it doesn't always have to go according to plan, just make sure that you manage your risk. And that's the whole point of, what it is that we do. It's just understanding that it doesn't have to go according to your plan. So can you also do a video about taxes? I cannot, no. So you can speak to your CPA. We're all in different tax brackets, and you can speak to your brokerage. Even they can't give you any tax advice. That's why I just don't even want to talk about it, because it's all different. And I can make a 30-minute video and it will not, very few people will be exactly in the position that I am, and very few people will be in the exact position that you are. We're all different. So just speak to a CPA, or like H&R Block or whatever financial institution is nearby. Call them. Literally just start talking to them and asking questions. One of the biggest things that I see a lot of people struggle with is when they want to get started into real estate investing, or I always get questions about taxes or all these things, right? Literally just call, whatever it is that you're trying to figure out. So if you want to learn more about taxes, then call a tax institution. They are there to service you, right? Same thing when it comes down to wanting to learn more about real estate or start real estate investing. Literally call a lender and call a real estate agent and say that you want to work with them. Just make sure, and then when you work with them, make sure that they resonate well with you, right? That they're hardworking, they're driven to help you find something, and just ask them the questions that you want. What do I need to know what is it that I need to qualify for and to qualify for my first house. Like, it's worth a call. If you have a goal for this month and you've never called a real estate agent, I don't even care if you're even close to buying a house. It's good. Like, the more you know, the better that you'll do, right? And I'm here to always hold you accountable and to push you like out of your comfort zone. So, and we have a lot of real estate agents here that I'm sure will agree. If you're someone that just wants to have a plan on how to buy your first house, ask, plan, and then do, right? Don't pay taxes offshore. No, that's... Yeah, I don't think in the UK you guys have access, I'm not too sure, to ETFs. You guys have access to, I forgot what they're called, but they're not ETFs. You guys don't have ETFs over there in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. CFDs, yeah. Here we go, we're getting some consolidation here. I like that mid-X. I'm glad. I'm super happy to hear that you guys are so excited about this. How's the TechBuds HQ going? We have other sites that we're going to visit. I believe Justin reached out to our agent to check out some properties this week. Hopefully we can find something. We were talking about it yesterday, that we just want to find something at this point now. All right, I actually want to check something out. A lot of consolidation. Okay, it's still no breakup pattern. I just wanted to double check on that. Same thing here. Yeah. Wow. Strong downtrend. TQs must be ripping it. Yeah. Strong uptrend. So TQs is uptrending. SPY is uptrending. I wouldn't say UWT and DWT are still consolidating. UGAZ is downtrending. DYAZ is supposedly uptrending, not as of today. And then, JDST consolidating. That's exciting. MACD is a little bit overextended though. Yesterday I did the thing that I was talking to you guys about, where I just stopped trading aggressively throughout the entire day, and I jumped on a couple calls. I have a flight that I'm gonna be taking to LA to meet up with this company that I'm gonna be like investing in, possibly, depending on how the meeting goes. That was a lot of fun. It felt good to like just jump back, even if it's just to dabble back a little bit more into like investing into other companies. Like, I'm really excited about that. I worked with our team here, and we created another store, and that was really exciting. So worked with them on that. I was working with Ish and Michael on that, and they're really excited and super pumped about that. Talked a little bit more about the warehouses and getting that all situated. Very, very small little simple steps, like every single day. That's all I missed. When it came down to like one of the applications that we're working on, not Trade Olympics, but another one. Very small little like progressions, like little things about like the name and the logo and the like what our credo is going to be and stuff like that. It's just like little things every day. It just felt good. Like, it wasn't huge improvements or anything like that, but it was just good. Like, it just felt good being able to like dabble in the different things and not just trade. And trading went very well. It was like a lot of fun. So Carbud Solutions? No. What are you slinging? No, I'm not slinging anything, but yeah. Let's see. A lot of consolidation right now on natural gas. Natural gas can 100% still continue to uptrend. So, yeah, UWT, I like that Jomo, that breakdown. 13 resistance, okay. Have you had your Pop-Tart, Ricky? No, I have this. It's so bad, and trust me, I know. But I'm trying to eat a minimum of 3,000 to 35 calories every day, and then just go to the gym for like 20-30 minutes. Yesterday I did a really good job. So I also have like creatine in like my water. I'm just trying like different little things to like slowly, progressively, like maybe like get a little bit like bigger, but also like just eat more throughout the day. And it felt good yesterday. So I don't like necessarily eat the Pop-Tarts anymore. My first meal, hopefully before 10 a.m., will be like a 1,200 calorie meal. And yeah. When's the next vlog? Today. Michael fully edited the video, and it's going to be a vlog about the video series is now going to be called Day in Life. It's not official, but like I would like to do one once a week, and this one's about like 9-10 minutes. It has footage of when I got pulled over in Texas, our flights, just updates on like the kind of like the back end scenes of like before I go live, after I go live with the One Plan Profit Group or YouTube, talking about like, I don't know, just more back end stuff. We'll have more exciting stuff. I didn't film much of what we did when I went to Arkansas, so I just have to get better at vlogging. I'm super awkward, and I'm really awkward. I have to get better at that. No, I'm not eating creatine to bulk up. I'm consuming like just like 1 bottle of creatine a day. Just add more like water weight, right? Ricky, do you read? Bix. What's going on, Junie? I haven't talked to you in a while. I can definitely the answer is no. Like, I definitely need to be reading much more often. Jose helps muscle recovery too. To my understanding, with the water it adds, I'm sure. I don't know enough. I don't want to pretend like I know a lot about like working out or fitness or anything like that. I'm sure it does, and your guess is as good as mine. Be like, yeah, so I'll be like learning a little bit more about like vlogging and stuff like that, but I feel so awkward, so I just want to make it fun and cool for you guys. Really enjoyed the nice edit. Yep, thank you, man, appreciate it. Are you still attending college? No, so not this semester. Kevin, I think that trying to take a good position on UGAS and holding it is very hopeful, that because it's so oversold that it's bound to recover. I think eventually it will. I don't know when. If you remember, DGAS went as low as, what was it? Like $5. And yes, UGAS is at 31, but just imagine it being at $5, right? Not something that you probably want to be a part of. So right now, DGAS just showed more signs of an uptrend. So I'm going to go from selling it to buying one more. Like this. I like the MACD. Literally only got filled. Watch me not get filled. Yep, did not get filled on the full position. And this sucks because, let's see. Oh, shoot. All right. Thank you for letting me know, Andrew. I really do appreciate it. Got filled. How many credits do you have left? Holy moly, that was a sell-off. What do you mean by credits? I don't know what you mean by credits. Wow. So natural gas is back at its resistance. Check that out. There's still no break of pattern, so stop loss. Oh, this is a good example. Do you know why a stop loss, as of right now, like why I personally wouldn't cut losses here? Does that make sense? And again, this is a perfect example of like I was patient. I got in before the confirmation. That's a little risky, but I waited for the break below the EMA line, and not just the break below it, but I waited for lower lows to form. Same thing with higher highs on DGAS. And I waited for that, added more to my position size, and then it fully reversed. You know, you can't win them all, and that's why we manage our risk. But can you tell me why? So people are saying because it might just be a pullback. No. Ah, Kobe. Okay, thank you. Because it could pull back. No, it's did not break its resistance. That's the main reason. So look at the previous resistance that it had here right around the SMA line. It's still below the SMA line. So yes, it is back above the EMA line, and it pushed up super aggressively. I can't get psyched out because of that. I would be called that would be viewed as like panic selling. There's still no break of pattern. And again, I'm not looking at my P&L. I'm solely looking at the actual pattern, and the pattern isn't broken yet. And I'm not even mad. Like, I did everything in my part, in my honest opinion, to wait for the reversal, for confirmation, and then I got in. And this is a perfect example that not every trade goes according to plan, right? So I think that's very important to point out, because sometimes we're just like, well, what the heck? I did everything that I was supposed to, and I still took a red trade. That is part of what we do. I was talking about something that I forgot. Here we go. Now we're getting a little bit closer to cutting losses. Let's see. I like that, Gabriella. Nice. Look at natural gas on the 1 hour chart. I'll check that out right now. I get this question like really often. So Jamel, what can you give some advice on that of wanting to become an entrepreneur but have no idea where to start and what steps are required to get there? So becoming an entrepreneur, like there's a difference between like being a business owner and I think like an entrepreneur, right? And to me, an entrepreneur is someone that finds like a unique solution for maybe a traditional problem in like a unique way. It doesn't have to be technology based. It's a unique way to solve a problem, and you come up with it and you make it happen. You can start a business by a mom and pop store. You can open up a pizza store, and that's like being a business owner. Those are the distinct differences to me. For me, the number one thing that I always say is, again, it's all about like solving problems and providing value for people, because when you solve problems for people, that's value, right? You either save them time or you save them money. So with what you know about yourself, what is it like, what solutions can you give me 1 second, I'm about to cut losses on this. What solutions can you provide for others that would be of value? It doesn't have to be the most unique thing. It could honestly, one of the biggest, most difficult parts, I think, as like starting like a business or starting to make money and not in the traditional aspect, is literally just starting. So if there's something in a very small way that you can provide value for others, if it's chores, regardless of what it is, you need to learn the ropes. So get your feet wet and learn a little bit more about, how to provide solutions. And then you'll slowly begin to refine it. So one of the things that I first saw myself find solutions for is when I started my little fingerboard company, the little tech decks, right? The little skateboards for your fingers. There's a huge gap between tech decks that sold for $5 and fingerboards that sometimes sold up to $50 for a complete deck. Very, very huge price gap difference, right? And what I did was I provided a solution. I made an in-between where it was still a great quality fingerboard, but a much more affordable price. So I sold them for $12 to $15. And that was my solution. It wasn't anything super crazy. I didn't reinvent the wheel. I just saw a potential solution that I could provide based off of what I had access to. My dad was a general contractor, and he had access to the different tools and resources that I needed. To make it was a lot easier for me, I think, in the traditional aspect in comparison to maybe other people that maybe didn't have access to my dad was a handyman, so he had access to the understanding of how to work with Bondo, right, to make the molds, and he had clamps and he had cement at our house. So I took the position that I was in and I created a solution. That's what I did. I'm not here for other topics. I'm here to answer anybody's question. So if you don't want to hear off-topic things, then you can tune off the live stream. Thank you for your time. Take it easy, man. Here we go. It's all good. All right, and there it goes. Huge push up. This is where I'm going to have to cut losses. Sorry about that, team. Sold. That took way too long. I have no idea where that. It seemed like he was maybe trading D-gas or natural gas or something. Sorry about that, team. I should have cut losses quicker on that. I wanted to give it a little bit more time because I saw that. So one of the reasons that I was trying to give it a little bit more time, and again, maybe that was my mistake, was because I saw the RSI super oversold, and I saw the MACD overextended and potential reversals already coming up. But it just continued to sell off and stuff like that. So here comes the bounce. I'm just going to give it a little bit more time. We've built a nice little margin. I can recover majority of that. Now I just need to wait for the confirmation. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more time and then maybe choose to get back in. Yeah. All right, Justin. Yeah, so for like day trading or swing trading, I think for smaller accounts, it's just all about like quality trades. If you see a quality swing trade that the margin of profit outweighs any day trade opportunity, then of course like that would make sense, right? And the pattern's consistent, it resonates well with you and all that stuff, then great. For day trade opportunities, just make sure that you understand your plan, entries, exits, and all that good stuff, and keeping it that simple. So it's all about like whatever it is that you feel comfortable with. And I know that sounds like a very open-ended answer, but it's like it's true. Like you need to make sure that you feel extremely comfortable with what you choose to like trade with, because it's all about like consistently growing your account. We've talked about it multiple times. Your account value today is not what it can be 5-10 years down the road. So yes, I know you want to make like a lot of money now, but just remind yourself that you have nothing but time. So I just focus on becoming more comfortable with your day trading and swing trading strategies, focus on overall opportunity costs and what's you see the most value in, and kind of go from there. Just water cup and tortillas, Christian, I guess so. Let's see exactly what price I sold. Yeah, that was pretty low. Ain't nobody got time for that guy, Ricky. It's all good. Again, like I get it, like where he's coming from, but he also like I feel like as a team we have to understand that like I'm also just not a day trader, right? And I want to provide value in whatever it is that I can and I feel open to talk about. So that was my defense. It's like if someone has a question and I think that I can assist them, then why not answer it? If you don't agree with that, I do apologize, but I make videos on YouTube that are not just about trading. And the course also says that we talk about other things, right? So I feel that's what makes us a little bit unique, right? We help our team in any way that we can. That's what makes us a team. Yikes, someone should help me by not allowing me to trade anymore today. I don't think my profits on my first trade outweighed my losses on this one, so we'll have to see. I'm just going to go in with 100 shares, and then I will... The 200 share position size is, I think, what's really going to hurt me, because I went in after the confirmation, and then it just got fully rejected back to its previous support, and maybe that would have... that would have not been in when it started to make lower lows, this is when I should have cut losses. So my mistake, I let it run for a little bit longer, 1% more, 1% of 20,000, that's a decent amount. So let's see. Yeah, 100%, and that's why it's like he might be having a bad day, and it's okay. Maybe even taking a loss on a trade, and that's why I didn't want to say anything or be disrespectful. There's no reason to. Like we don't know what that person's going through, so that's why it's just like if you don't want to hear our conversation, then you can tune on out. So I like that, Neil. Thank you. All right, guys. I know it wasn't the most interesting live stream, but I feel like we covered a couple different topics. I had a lot of fun regardless of, I'm pretty sure I'm red on the day. But again, what do we have? We have nothing but time. So I'm just going to wait for opportunity to present itself and take advantage of that. And I'll probably be trading for the next 2 hours and then kind of go from there. So show that P&L. I can't remember. I talked about I'm not going to look at my P&L on the day. So I will show it at the very end of the day. And as of right now, I only plan on trading DGAS. So I will show you at the end of the day. But I do want to remind you that, again, my focus is trading without looking at how much I'm up or how much I'm down. Because of right now, again, I know, even just thinking about it, can upset my stomach, right? Just imagine you being down, I'd say that I'm down probably based on the profits that I think I made and based on that loss, I'd say that I'm down probably $200-300, something like that. And I just don't want to think about that. There's no reason to. I know that I have nothing but time as of right now for today. It's very early in the morning. I could easily make that up. And I'm going to trade based off patterns and not how much I'm up or down. And I think that's what's important. So I'll keep you guys up to date. I will do either because my second video for the day is going to be a vlog, I might just show my P&L as a screenshot, or I'll go live on Facebook and then show it there. I don't want to upload 3 videos on YouTube today. We'll come up with something, and I'll make it work. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for your time. I hope you guys absolutely kill it today. Please have fun. Please learn something new, and just spend it with those that you care about, right? So if you like spending time with the TechBlitz group or the Learn Plan Profit group, or you have a buddy right within our group chat, hold them tight and just start networking, start asking questions, and start learning together, and have a good time. It's not all about just the money, but it's about, the process to get to a point where you can consistently profit. So wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take